In this video, we are going to cover how to define strings in Dart programming language. The string data type in Dart represents a sequence of characters. A Dart string is a sequence of UTF-16 code units. There are various ways to define a string in Dart programming language. We are going to cover various ways by which we can define strings in Dart programming language. There are three different types of strings in Dart. So the three different types of strings in Dart are single line string, multi-line string, and raw strings. In this video, we are going to cover how to define single line strings, multi-line strings, and raw strings in Dart programming language as displayed by the program on our screen. Single line strings can be defined using single quotes and double quotes. So in the program given on our screen, on line 2 we have a single line string defined using single quotes. The name of the string is string 1 and it is defined using single quotes, and the contents of the string are string defined using single quote. Below the string definition we have the print statement to print the actual values of the string itself. Now on line 4 we have a single line string defined using double quotes and its contents are string defined using double quotes, and similar to the previous statement we have another print statement that prints the value of string 2. Now you may wonder what is the difference between defining a string with single quotes or double quotes. Now every project has a different style guide. Some projects prefer to use single quotes and some projects prefer to use double quotes. Now whether you should use single quotes or double quotes depends entirely on the preference of the project itself. Some projects may allow both single quotes and double quotes for defining strings in Dart programming language. So it is entirely up to the programmer itself to decide a style guide for. Now we are going to take a look at how to define multi-line strings in Dart programming language. So as shown in program given on our screen, multi-line strings in Dart can either be defined using a set of 3 single quotes or 3 double quotes. So on line 7 we have a multi-line string in Dart defined using a set of 3 single quotes. The contents of this string are: this is a multi-line string. This string ends with another set of 3 single quotes. Below the string definition we have a print statement, the value of the multi-line string in Dart. So that's how a multi-line string is defined in Dart programming language using a set of 3 single quotes. On line 12 we have a multi-line string in Dart defined using a set of 3 double quotes, and contents of the string are: this is yet another way to define a multi-line string in Dart, and the string definition ends with a set of 3 double quotes. Below string definition we have the print statement that prints the value of the multi-line string type 2 in Dart. So when we run this program using the Dart command, it prints the following output. So as displayed in this program output, values of all single line strings and multi-line strings are displayed on our screen. So that is how single line strings and multi-line strings are defined in Dart programming language using the single quotes and double quotes. Now we are going to cover how to define a raw string in Dart programming language. Now before we define a raw string in Dart programming language, we must understand what raw strings are actually used for. So raw strings are useful for defining strings in Dart programming language that have special characters such as the dollar symbol, the curly brace, etc. So the program displayed on our screen defines a single line raw string in Dart programming language, and contents of this string are: this is a raw string where backslash and the interpolation operator do not have special meaning. Now in Dart programming language, a raw string can be created by prepending the R character before definition of a string as displayed in the program on our screen. Below that we have a print statement that prints the actual value of this raw string. So when we run this program using the Dart command, it prints the contents of the string as is with no changes whatsoever. Now if this was a single line string, defined using single quotes or double quotes, then the backslash and the interpolation operator may have had a different meaning. So, in raw strings, special characters such as the backslash and the interpolation operator do not have special meaning, and we can use this type of strings for storing values that have a lot of special characters. So, that is how a single line raw string is defined in Dart programming language. So, that's it for this video. We hope that you have found this video useful for defining single line strings, multi-line strings and raw strings in Dart programming language.